What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more. Comment down below which mobility item you prefer between the overdrive grenades, the shock rock crystals, or the 7 boots. And if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting anything, it is Evolve Jake, just like my channel name is, and it is underneath the webcam at all times. So I'm gonna be landing at this little spot near what is it called? Shaken Sanctuary. There's a slurp truck here, and I believe there's a guaranteed rare chest. Every single time I've came here, this chest that's on this like excavator arm thing has been a blue rare chest, and so that's nice to get off spawn. And then once I loot this little spot here, I'm going to make my way into like this greenhouse style building in the sanctuary, because at the bottom of there are actually several of the the shock rocks that can spawn. And so getting those off spawn is pretty nice. You could also just land at the 0 point itself, but I don't really like doing that too much because the way loot is there and the way like fights play out around there is just not really something I want to deal with off spawn when I have like, you know, 1 or 2 guns and just like barely any ammo. Like having people perma rift and fly around is not it. But this chest, every single time I've came here, this has been rare, which is not a bad thing to start the game with at all. I do have a level 5 boss sprite already, so I'm gonna drink this mini before I get the slurp truck. That way I can be full shield. Now we go here and loot this building, and this is the building that has some of these shock rocks at the bottom. Which is going to give us good guaranteed mobility to start the game. I'm going to shoot this flare gun off a few times as well just to see if anybody came here. And then after looting this, I think we marked 1 guy. The NPCs have like triangles above their head, and the players or bots have diamonds. So it's either a player or a bot player, but it's not one of the NPCs in that building. I'm going to go and use this one. And hopefully find some more. There's definitely more at the 0 point than there is here, but as just a random location to land, having the shock rock crystals here definitely makes me think higher of the sanctuary POI for sure. And then you have the wind tunnel thing to leave the POI as well quickly, or the whatever it's called, the 7 vortex beacon. Probably just bots. Probably make my way out of here now. If you do find a key here, there is a key room at that building there. So some of the POIs, when you find a key, it's not really something I want to take advantage of at all, because they can be so far from where I'm actually trying to go. But this is one of the POIs that I wouldn't mind going out of my way to get the key. It's not like I'd be going out of my way much at all, so it works out. And the sprite chest in there, you know, rarely gives anything decent, but it's also you get a sprite chest and a rare chest, which if you're struggling for mobility can be a struggle. And I know with the most recent update, this is a drone actually, I just wasn't sure initially. When I thought they were maybe a real player, I was going to try to just like back up to this, that way I would have right shoulder peek. But with the most recent update, I know a lot of people have been struggling to get mobility, and so every little thing helps, and the shock rocks definitely are meant to be something that you take advantage of with the lack of overdrives, and that's why I feel like landing here is good, but also making your way to the 0 point. Regardless of where you land, you probably want to make your way there. The middle of the map, you have the 0 point for rotation, but also you can get shock rock crystals, which are going to be very, very important. The timing on this fight sucks. He ate an ice cream. Dang, he was going there to do the key. Like one of the awkward moments for ice cream though, for me, because I don't want to eat my ice cream for 50 shield or whatever it would be. Especially since I only have 1. And that can be one of the downsides of having the ice cream, is that like, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but like I want to save it for like an important moment. So now I'm just going to be walking around weaker than I would be otherwise until I find a different healing item. Could upgrade my guns here too if I wanted, but the blue pistol is fine. But if I had like a low rarity shotgun still, I would definitely go to at least purple there. Buy a big pot out of this vending. Or we grab the slurp truck actually. I'm gonna shockwave. Actually, never mind. My shockwave's on cooldown. I'm gonna shockwave through it to break it quickly. If you're ever like around one of these trucks and desperately need to heal quick, like you're getting chased or something, that's something that could really be helpful for you. Shots over here. It sounds like an actual fight, so I'm gonna use my shock rock crystals and jump on it. And this person's probably gonna get no indication that I did this. But unfortunately for me, it turns out that these are both just AI. More fighting though. Same thing. I just need to like clear the trees. This player just got the mythic extending focus shotgun. Dang, that's unfortunate for me. Just missed a few too many shots. But I want to kill him because I want that mythic. Nice. But the crates at the boss location can tell you which boss it is. So the blue one is extending focus. I believe the yellow one is the burst rifle. And then I don't know what the color for the burst is. Or sorry, the Maven. But it's the only remaining one. Maybe it's green or grayish. Either way, I know the blue one is the mythic extending focus, which is a weapon I want. So as soon as I see that there, I'm definitely going to be more inclined to chase that. And it took more effort than I would have wanted for sure. Like I should have been able to get that kill easier. Had to use a few too many crystals. Somebody extracting over there, but I'm just going to leave them be. That is unfortunate. Immediately open the map and then I get landed on by somebody using crystals. But you see I have crystals of my own to reset that engagement and actually survive, and then also an ice cream to immediately heal and make the fight something turnable. But that was about as bad as timing could possibly be for me. Like I was literally in the map as that guy jumped on me. But for the past few moments, I've just been trying to get over to the 0 point. That way I can find more crystals. That has been my goal for quite some time, but I keep getting interrupted. Now we got full crystals, W. I didn't even have to go around and collect them. Now we'll probably just hit the 0 point and then probably go towards back where that extraction was happening on the other side of Frosted, but a decent amount of time has passed where that person, like they surely finished extracting by now and they could be anywhere, but like pretty much the only information I have on anybody was that somebody was extracting over here, so I'm gonna go check that out. But yeah, that fight in that bush, I feel like just shows the two most broken things this season. The chalk rocks and the ice cream create a situation where a fight starts on the worst possible timing for me and I'm able to survive just because I have those. If I didn't have those things, it gets dicey. But also on the flip side, if those things didn't exist, I don't think he would have gotten on me because I'm pretty sure he jumped on me using the shock rocks. I don't really see anything. I'll probably just make my way back to the 0 point. I probably should have fizzed before I did that. I'm dumb. I was like fine using the crystal there because I know there's so many extras here. If when I was in this area, I didn't see any extras on the ground, because sometimes that'll happen if it all gets picked through, then I probably wouldn't have wanted to use my dash hits there, but we can use them just to save time for that since there's so many. I don't like this fizz though. Like the fizz is nice for the movement aspect of it, and you can combine that with overdrives, you can combine it with shockwaves, you can combine it with the shock rocks, and you know, get more mobility out of all those mobility items. This guy's about to extract. But as far as healing speed goes, the Fizz feels so slow now. Again, Chalk Rock engage just too good. I don't even know if he was trying to extract and then changed his mind since I pushed him or what, but he was going far from where it is. It does remain on the ground for some time though. You really don't need to sit on it. I think it's like a minute or something like that it'll stay there for, and it takes about a minute to come in. The amount of time it stays there for does get decreased once somebody puts a sprite in, but as long as nobody puts a sprite in, it will actually stay on the ground for a while. So it's not like you need to be directly on top of it. This is a drone. I want to kill them, but I don't want to spend too much time or attention doing it, and I also don't want to like leave where I am. Oh, that tumbleweed got me. I thought it was somebody gliding for a second. Right now, we've gotten to the point in the game where it's not even that dead. Like 10 people is not the most dead I've seen these size zones, but oh, someone just died over there. I was gonna say there's so few people alive that just running around doesn't even really increase your chances of finding somebody too much because there's so much area to cover, and so just being somewhere where you can see a lot of the map is pretty nice, I feel like, in these situations. Especially with all this mobility, like as soon as I see that fight happen, I'm easily within range to third party it. And I did use my shockwave, which creates a decent amount of noise, but I did it from such a far distance, I think there's no way he heard that. And then I closed the rest of the gap using the shock rocks, which he's going to get no indication on. And so it's just another fight where that enemy doesn't really have an opportunity to play the game. And I also have no problem using it there because I know I'm going to get a replenish. Like same thing I talked about earlier. Like the fact that they're in the middle of the map means for a majority of the game like this, you're probably able to just start fights and then go get more. I'd seen somebody over there and then it's just card player. You're usually able to like get more throughout the course of the game, and so sticking around near the like, somewhat the middle of the map helps with that. Not what I would have wanted to happen. I would have liked to destroy his car and get the splash damage on him and then push with the rocks. I think he's getting pushed by an AI though. Or maybe that's his hired NPC probably. He does have a hunting rifle, so I need to be careful. I have the boss spray, so I'm not going to get one hit by it. But yeah, he saw me go in. I maybe should have just used shock rocks. Like, I could have fizzed and then used the shock rocks, and then he probably would have had less of an idea that I had gotten here, and then that would have been better for me. Didn't know that I pushed him there, though. Okay, I'm gonna use the chug. I talked earlier about it. I don't know if I finished the thought because the guy like started extracting and I wanted to push him. But the fizz feels good for movement. But as far as just a heal goes, it feels so slow to me this season. And I don't think anything really changed about it. It's just that like the other heals we've had feels so much faster. I probably shouldn't have shockwaved here and just used the rocks, but I was being greedy. I don't think he knows I'm here. But yeah, like the chug jug just feels so much faster to me than the fizz. And then like the ice cream, obviously last season we had pizza for majority of it. Like the heals we've had recently make the fizz feel like even slower to me by comparison. This guy just got, the guy that was shooting at me just got shot at by somebody with a hunting rifle. They're exchanging shots, but it doesn't sound like heavy fighting. One's behind that crate. I don't know where the other one is. Zone goes back that way. One shot. He's so weak. I think I need like 2 or 3 more shots on him, but I'm not going to get him. Everything needs to be reloaded, and I need to use more crystals. I don't know where that sniper is. There's somebody there. That's so weird. Because the sniper started shooting me from that way in the back still. After that guy left. And I thought maybe the first guy that was there left, and then the person I saw actually leaving was the sniper like coming behind him. But the sniper was just still here somehow. That was very strange. And then it sounded like there was like 2 more people around here. I don't trust that bush right now, even though I was in it earlier. I would like to get like over there without really using any mobility. I want to be on this side of zone because I already know that other area is like decently populated. Like where the extract station is, and the friendship bubble is over there, so people can just cluster up and like not actually fight. So being over here, I feel like you're a little more isolated from that, but I just got no-scoped by the hunting rifle, and so things are going very badly for me. And that's just horrendous. I wanted to land in a slide there. Hopefully this guy just rotates and leaves me being a... Is somebody else coming though? I think they moved as well. Okay. That's just horrendous though. I got no-scoped by that ghost character, and then... Or Scream, whatever his name is. And then wanted to just get away and heal here. And then my slide just didn't function the way it's supposed to. And that made things much harder than they needed to be. I want to kill that ghost face. He's still up there. We get decent engage and shock rock on him. This person shockwaving is really bad for me though. Because they're going to fight me, and that's going to make Ghostface look over here. But maybe he's already looking. Alright. That's like best case scenario for me. Get that kill for free. And then get 99 damage on Ghostface without getting sniped. He's trying to chug. But we're able to use the dashes and then just get around him without him really realizing it. One v one now. I have no more dashes. Hopefully he has none as well. I don't think he does because he shockwaved on me earlier, and I think if he had dashes, he would have used them then for the surprise factor. But you never really know with some Fortnite players. I'm dead there without the dashes though. He's over there. This is the one that was like in that bush with me earlier. Try to reload, but we can do it on the way there because the Ranger pistol reloads so quick. Okay, I was about to say though, the one main problem with what just happened for me would be a situation where he has the ice cream. Because I hit him 120 there, I want to push quick and capitalize on my damage, but when somebody has ice cream, all that damage you just did can be completely invalidated. And so I'm still going to push him there, and I want to take advantage of it, but I'm doing so with the mindset that like that is possible. You don't want to get caught off guard by the ice cream, and just like being aware that it's a thing can help a lot in those situations. I also wasn't really expecting the most from that player because, like I said, we ran past each other in that bush earlier, which is like a strange play. And like you could say I got lucky there, but I feel like the reason I got lucky is because that player wasn't the most comfortable playing the game, and they were like pretty scared, you know? I think they were like over worried about Storm, and that's usually a tendency that players who aren't as familiar with the game has, or aren't as like good at the game have. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.